Hello guys, this is Rotenks from Local CCG. Today we'll be bringing a Cardfight Zero deck profile on Dimension Police. This deck is not complete yet, it's still missing one around, and one Cosmic, but that's not too important in my opinion. You can do without, which is what I'm going to be doing for today. So we'll start off with the grade 3s, since in Dimension Police the deck mainly involves their grade 3s in the early on start of the deck, and focusing on gaining power to make them very big and get certain skills. So we'll start with the main right target in the deck, which is your 3 of Enigman Storm. What Enigman Storm is a crit and is a 10k base. So it has 2 Vanguard skills, no Rearguard skills. The first one is if you have the grade 2 Enigman in Soul, he gets 1k, just like any other right chain really. 10k base that becomes 11k base if you have the grade 2. And then the unique skill of it is Vanguard, when it attacks, during the attack step, so before counting the boost, if it's at 15,000 power or more, it gains 1 critical. So as I just said before, this does not count the boost since it happens before the boost is taken into consideration. Meaning if it's 14k and then you boost to make it 20k, you will not get the extra crit and it will just stay at 1 crit unless you flip any crit triggers, which you only have 2 others in the deck if you have this on your Vanguard. So he's really just the main right target since he allows you to have a 12k intercept, because those are still something that you do to just, say no or make them attack with Vanguard. And then we'll go over the second right target in the deck, which you would want to ride, which is Dayusha. What Dayusha does is Vanguard, Rearguard. He can CB2. He's a 10k base, by the way. He can CB2 to get 2 crit, to get 2k. This is a Vanguard 0 skill only. It isn't in the OG. In the OG, he's just a beat stick that if he hits, I think 13,000, he gets 1 crit. But in this, it's if he hits 14,000, he gets 1 crit, and is Vanguard, Rearguard, CB2 gains 2k. So he's self-sufficient in his own power. Sort of similar to Storm, but Storm needs 4k, while Dayusha only needs 2k after using his skill. Next is the other right target in the deck, which is for Enigman Rain. What Enigman Rain does is, when it's attacked after its battle, if it hit over 12,000 power on its own, it hit. So if it hits the Vanguard, you can choose one of your Rearguards and restand it. So it's kind of nice to just like clean up the grade 3 Rearguards and maybe Laurel, if you have Laurel, because that's pretty fun to do, And it's very simple. You really just run it because it's one, in my opinion, one of the only other grade 3s you can run. You have Miracle Beauty and the on hit give 3k. I prefer this since this gives us a secondary option, and gaining just 2k isn't that hard really. And the next is a 4 of Heal Trigger. We have this boy, I forget his name. So yeah, but what he does is on place Vanguard Rearguard, CB2, give a unit on your field 4k. So you use this, you instantly hit Dayusha's number or Storm's number, and you get the extra crit already. So now that we have the grade 3s, the most important part of this deck out of the way, we'll start from grade 0. So you have the Enigman starter, which is just Vanguard. When the grade 1 rides this unit, search out the grade 2 and add it to hand. And then in Soul, when you ride the grade 3 Enigman Storm, you can call this out to Rearguard. So it has 4 runner once you ride the grade 3 on top of any other grade 2. So we'll get onto the grade 1s. 4 PGs. Self-explanatory. You need 4 PGs in most decks, especially in the meta right now where we have most top tier decks hitting for 2 crit most turns. So you really just need crit PGs in order to survive. Next, you have 4 grade 1 Enigman. What he does is, on Vanguard, if you have the grade 0 in Soul, he gains 2k, becoming 8k base. And on place on Rearguard, just like every other grade 1 of right chain, apart from like Tsukuyomi, you can discard a 3 in your hand to search your deck for one of the grade 3s. So in this case, it's Enigman Storm you add to hand. Then we have this boy. I don't know his name, I just call him Tiger Man. So what Tiger Man does is you can rest this unit and choose one unit on your field to get 2,000 power. So this is just an easy way to give power to your shit, and it's free. The only thing that conflicts within the deck is one of Laurel, which if I did have a second one, I would take down one Tiger Man to make two Laurel. So what Laurel does is he's a 7k base, which is an increase from his OG in the TCG, where he's only a 4k. But what he does is after your Vanguard attack hits, you can rest forward rear guards, including himself. So he can be chosen as one of them, or he cannot. And then you stand that Vanguard, and it keeps all drives. So you get 4 drives in one turn if you're on a grade 3. So that's all the grade 1s. Now we head on to the grade 2s. We run 4 of the grade 2 Enigman. What this grade 2 Enigman does is, on Vanguard, if you had the grade 1 soul, gains 1k, becoming a 10k base. And Vanguard, after it's attacked, hits the Vanguard, I think. And it's over 14,000 power on its own. You can draw 1. So he's a way to dig into deck if you don't have pieces, like for example, you're one of Laurel, or you don't have power gainers. Next, we'll go to the 12k intercept. Just like every other 12k intercept, if you don't have the grade 2 or grade 3 of a right chain, it loses 5k. In this case, if you don't have the grade 2 Enigman or Enigman Storm, you lose 5k, becoming a 7k attacker. We only run out 2 since in this deck you want consistency to always be hitting thresholds. So we take advantage of that by running 7 grade 2s at half plus boost power. First is probably the best grade 2 that can do that is Cosmobeak. On place on rear guard, 9k base, CB2. Give one of your units on the field 4,000 power. That's instant numbers for any of your grade 3s. So ideally, you would want another one of that, and I would say take down. So what you would do is you want 4 of that and just replace Die Lady completely, or take down 1 of that for Die Lady and 1 Die Lady for Masked Hero Grander, I think is his name. So what Grander does is on attack, give your Vanguard 2k. So him and Tiger Man is 4k for the Vanguard for free. You just need to rest the unit and attack once. And Die Lady, the one which we would take out for 1 extra for Cosmo Beaks or for 1 extra Grander, is just on hit to Vanguard. You give one of your units 3k. I believe it's just one of your units 3k. Just the OG variant. That's all the grade 2s. So really this deck's very simple. Just you want an Unga Bunga crit, and if you have Laurel, you restand with crit and do it again. So yeah, that's all for this deck profile. Now we'll head into the fights. Alright, so we're going to be starting the fights now. So with this one, we're going to be doing 2 fights, unlike our usual 3, because we don't have enough time. So going first against Novas, we don't know what starter they're using, so we don't know if it's Blouse or if it's Rises. But now we find out it's Rises. Doesn't matter, we don't have a PG that would lead against Rises, so Blouse is fine. They do ride the grade 1, however, like us, so they get the grade 2. I don't know what the matchup is about D-Police or if it's just me, but I feel like not Rises, Blouse is one of the wins to get with our D-Police. Maybe it's just me or that person bad Blouse. They do get a draw, but we get rewarded with a draw trigger. Because that was a really bad column we made there when we could have made a 10 and an 18. So then they just do usual Nova with APP with our 2 trans rises, but they only hit 1. If it was me, I would have missed both. We get a defensive draw as another draw, but we don't have Enigman Storm. So we go for plan B instead, which is Laurel. We swing for the first, give the Vanguard 2k. Then we swing out the other rail. Doesn't matter that we're going to hit 3, since what Enigman Storm does when it hits is raise our rear guard. So we hit another into, and then we restand Enigman Storm. Swing again, we get nothing, and I think a heal. But we get a heal, which is a bit right now. We could have gave it to the rear guard and restood it, but it's only going to be 14, so it won't hit. They do have another PG into damage, which is super good. Now they ride blouse, and call out the 5k, and their counter-charging boy, along with Death Army Lord and Shurikai, so I don't know why I forgot that. So they just swing out of rears, check a heal, it's pretty good. Since now they swing for 23, while restanding up to one more time after this. Yeah, because they can CB counter charge one CB2 again. Then they hit one more time, they can CB2 again. But they do send us 25 and don't check it defensive, but they also don't trigger, so they don't have enough power. Hit over next swing, but they also don't have enough hand for it, which is pretty good for us. So now we just decide swing face, hope they got anything. They do check PG, so we know they have no PG, which is pretty funny. We check the heal and the draw, pretty good. We draw into the heal, which is a bit bad moment. Doesn't matter. He needs a heal. We don't know if he can. I don't think he does. Yeah. He doesn't. So that's game one. We win easily, very comfortably, kinda. So yeah. Now we're gonna head into our game two once we find it. And mind that Legend Zero. We've been grinding much since the start of the season. WGP's taking most of my attention. So now we start off with a decent hand. Like, we do keep both the grade ones just in case we go to Storm. And we keep the PG just because it's always nice to PG. Now if there's a Pale Moon who's using the free searcher, I'm not sure what data you want to use in Pales. I feel like this is better than the random Soldier one. And we draw into two grade twos, which is a bit of a yike. Because now we really didn't even need them. Need the grade ones. They do run a 10k, which is annoying. Come on, 8k. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, so they do call an 8k and then 10k, 8, boost by an 8k. So they definitely would push us a free damage if we didn't check a defensive there. So I'm glad we did. I don't understand why you would still switch out at that point. Maybe to keep the 8k in Soul. We ran a 10k and called a 9k. We could have made our Vanguard 14k, but there's no point in risking losing power boost for a single draw when we can get 2 crits out of it instead. So now they called gonna be sandwiches because you called a 10k out. They whiffed the grade 3 searcher, but that doesn't matter because then it's just used for restraint. 3k front row helps so much because that hits the 8k hit over everything and anything unless it's a 12k. That's why they had to upgrade to. We draw to a 12k ourselves, which isn't good in this matchup. Anything that's a 10k or higher in their hand hits over the 12k. But it doesn't matter, we still, because we just call it as an intercept, blocks one. And we just wipe out the rears and then swing for our Vanguard. I was secretly hoping for another crit, but we get a draw instead and draw into a heal. I would have preferred that heal over the draw, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers. They call another 10k and a Alice out now. Is pretty yikes. Gotta be misses. Is Alice just anything? Because if so, why wouldn't you rear then use that restand if somebody hit Vanguard? Oh well, it doesn't matter so much to me. You top that guy Cosmic Beak. Give power. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's 6 in the morning. I swing out the rears with like grade 2s. I swing Vanguard to Vanguard, hoping they have no PG. But they do, but obviously like there is an anything happening. Now they have one turn to go for 2 PGs and 2 intercepts, calling down 2 grade 3s. We tell us we win next game if we are next turn if we 5. Get a PG. So now we just need to do 2 damage because we call 1 Dilating. This is what I call. And we just call it Enigma Storm. Swing with the Dilating. We give power to Rigard. I don't know why, it didn't matter where we put it. But we check a heal and give power to right Rigard in case PG. If they got a heal, and we would have died. You see, they didn't. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed.